What's going on, fellow rock and rollers? Peace and love, a thumbs up, and a cowbunga and rock and roll. And our last video was on half steps. This one, what do you think it's going to be on? Put two halves together, you get a what? A whole step by step, day by day. Not the TV show theme song. A whole step is the equivalent of two half steps, right? It's like you're adding 0.5 plus 0.5 equals 1, or two half dollars, right? 50 cents plus 50 cents equals $1. You can think of it like that. A whole step is the equivalent of two half steps. And we'll show you what some whole steps are on the piano because it's really the easiest instrument to kind of visualize it with. So we have pairs of white keys with a black key in between them, right? Are a whole step apart. So A and B, C and D, D and E, F and G and A are all a whole step. The difference comes when we talk about, remember from our half steps, we talked about E and F not having a black key in between, and B and C not having a black key in between. The whole step would actually be from A to B for a whole step, when we're talking about whole steps and not half steps. As well as from E to F sharp would be our whole step there. Because there's no black key in between B and C and E and F. So you have to make up for that by adding the two half steps to get to the whole step, right? And say, for instance, a whole step 2 is from C sharp to E flat or C sharp to D sharp, depending on what key the song is in. So let's check it out here, all right? A to B, A, B, that's a whole step. And what else is a whole step is E to F sharp. Why? Because E to F, we know, is our half step. So to get to the whole step, you have to go half and then another half to get to the whole step between E and F sharp because there's no black key in the middle, right? So a whole step, right, is two half steps. Put them together, get a whole step, right? Pretty cool. And let's do this whole step here, right, as an example. C sharp to E flat or D sharp, right? Because C sharp to D would be a half step. So C sharp to E flat is a whole step because there's the black key in the middle of that. Very, very cool. Usually, when we're talking a whole step above the notes E or B, simply count two keys to the right. A whole step above E is the black key to the right of the note, which is F, the F sharp, right? Like we talked about. While a whole step above B is the black key to the right of the note C. Likewise, count two keys to the left to find a whole step below the notes C or F. The black keys to the left of the notes B and E, respectively. Interesting. To find a whole step from a black key, you will want to count two keys to the right or left. For example, a whole step above the black key to the right of C is the black key to the right of the note D, which is C sharp and E flat or D sharp. A whole step below the black key to the left of B is the black key to the left of the note A. Pretty cool, right? So when you think, it's really interesting, putting half steps and whole steps together. This whole step concept makes a little bit more sense to me and brings things a little bit cleaner together than just talking about half steps. Can get a little bit confusing with half steps because you have to think of those two exceptions to the rule, B and C and E and F, where there's no black keys in the middle. So think about that. Two half steps equals a whole step. A whole step is the smallest distance or interval between two notes. So that's where you have it. Whole steps. All right. Anytime you hear anybody talk about whole steps, now you'll have a better understanding as to what they are and how they work within the music world. So when you ever hear a band say, oh, you got to tune that, you have to play that half a step up, which means if a song is in C, they want you to play it in C sharp for a half step. If they want to play a whole step up from C, you got to go to D. Pretty cool, right? Peace and love, a thumbs up, and a cowbunga and rock and roll. We'll see you next time for who knows what. You never know what to expect. Keep on tuning in. Gonna have some fun learning at the same time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.